Patreon.com/JaboodyDubs. You guys know the deal. If you're listening to this podcast and you're not listening to it on the Patreon, then it's old, it's crusty, it's dated, it's got dust on it. But if you want this shit right when it comes out that ass, looking warm and brown, fresh, you got to go to that patreon.com/JBootyDubs. We'll see you there. Let's do some podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another fantastic podcast starring your hosts, Justin, Damon, and Pops. Yeah, there's a lot of podcasts out there, but this is another fantastic podcast.
Hey-oh, hey-oh,
Thank you.
Hey-oh.
Back and better than ever.
Voted the best, most in-demand, most irregularly scheduled podcast of the entire universe. Woo! Another fantastic podcast.
We beat out Glee Glort from Galaxy 7.
We beat Joe Rogan, too. And it is a title I am very proud to have.
The most podcast.
This is our vessel to talk, answer questions from the Patreon.
To get real.
Man. Lay it down.
Yeah, we have so much to talk about.
Real life shit.
No, I don't really have much to say this
Dude,
episode,
I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm gonna tell you what. You know what? This is the podcast where I'm gonna tell you what.
Tell 'em.
Can we finally lay into him?
Yeah, that's it.
Can we lay into him?
Yeah, you know what I'm sick of?
What?
I'm sick of it.
Yeah, I feel
All
you
of
on
it?
that one.
I'm sick of it.
I'm also sick of
Fuck
all
it.
of it.
I'll tell you what I'm not sick of. That Patreon boy. We're updating it.
Yes!
We're updating it. Updation.
First update since 4 years.
You know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So that's why we're fixing it.
So that's why we're updating it. We're updating it.
Well, I mean, there's been constant posts and, content.
A
But that doesn't
constant.
count. We're talking update video. That's what we mean.
Constant flow of content.
Yes.
I
and
mean,
things.
if we didn't update it, it would slowly, just turn into something else. But if you're always constantly making it fresh, making it interactive, getting more patrons involved,
Yes.
the existing patrons get to reap the benefit. You know what? That's an interesting thing. It's like if you're a current patron,
Yeah.
you
Sure.
benefit from more patrons joining the patron you part of.
If more people join, that would mean that I would get more stuff.
So if you got 4 people below you to micromanage your access to the
Wait
Patreon.
a minute.
Yeah, it's a big scheme.
Wait a minute. We're starting to sound a little like a Ponzi scheme.
This
hear
is
me out.
no, it's
Wait a
not
minute, wait
a
a minute.
multi-level marketing scheme. This
It's one level.
it's us to you. We're updating stuff. We're spreading out some of the, moving some of the rewards around. Not much though. Just adding. It looks like we're just adding. I'm
adding
looking at
stuff.
our rough draft. We're adding a little bit more to each tier.
Yeah, giving people more bang for their buck.
Discounts on merch. Looks
Yeah.
like we're doing questions of the pods. We're giving that to $2 people, including them. We're doing early versions of dubs, which is a very exciting one.
That's
I've
gonna be
always
fun.
thought
Yeah.
our rough cuts were almost sometimes funnier than the final dub.
Yeah.
And you're
I
asking
can-
yourself, what is that? It's us so when we write a dub, we don't necessarily write it down. It takes too long. I found it's faster just to lay in a rough recording track, and you can hear the guys laughing in the background, the dog barking. Some of the takes are lazy. They're not really accurate. The
Sometimes spicier.
Sometimes the
Yeah,
voice isn't
yeah.
even different. Sometimes every character sounds the same, but the takes, sometimes you hear us laugh, and I feel like it's really cool. So we're giving that to the people now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? No one was able to see it before, but now if it's going to just be a thing, I'd rather you guys watch it first.
Yeah. And
A rough cut.
I can vouch for what Justin said too. Some of the takes were like you record them knowing that the public won't hear it.
Yeah.
Like you give like
True,
110% just to make us laugh. So that's why the rough takes are fucking hilarious. Sometimes
Sometimes
I
they're
think
better.
even sometimes better than what
Yeah.
we put up on YouTube. So
we're
you
doing
guys
that.
will love those rough cuts. I promise you that.
We're making a dub it out juicier. You guys have been, if you guys on the Patreon, you've been seeing, we've been doing a lot of the drives of things, of backups, of archives.
Oh, yeah,
A lot of archivey
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of that, a lot of archivey stuff.
I kind of wanted to make a little announcement about that too for everybody who does know how to use Google Drive and stuff like that. Because I've been posting a lot of links. People have to click through a lot of shit just to find our videos. We're currently working on finding like a better video hosting, file hosting like platform. So pretty soon you guys won't have to click through all these different posts. We'll just find one website
Making
that
it
has,
easy.
Yeah, we're gonna make it a lot easier for you guys. So expect that pretty soon. But we're gonna find one website that is able to just host all of our files, our videos, and everything, and then we'll give you guys the links for that.
It's the first step in getting 4+ years of Patreon content, plus all of the other YouTube stuff we've been doing.
Yeah.
And then ultimately making it easier and more accessible for you guys. So we don't want you guys to go to YouTube, then Patreon, then go.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot easier. We have a lot of things in the pipeline to kind of make it a lot streamlined and smooth. And if you just join the Patreon, it's like, oh, I got all this stuff. I can just start clicking and I just watch it.
Yeah, but I gotta say, I appreciate everybody who's been sticking through and watching the content regardless, because that just shows how much people love our stuff. Because they've had to click through a couple different links to find the new
Appreciate
Double
you
Out
guys'
episodes and
patience.
stuff. Yeah, so thank you guys a lot for that.
You're the real ones. We be getting a lot of uploads blocked. So it's cool to have a place to just dump all of it all over your face. Like a hot bowl of chili right in your eager face.
Right all over your face.
I don't think that's how you're supposed to consume chili.
We've been giving. We're also gonna look. We're gonna look into this, right? It's not a for sure thing. You guys already. I know Damon already knows what I'm saying.
Gay porn.
Voicemails for the pod. We're looking into it.
Oh man.
Okay, so we're restricting it to the people that matter the most. Right?
You don't what you
The
guys
people
do.
that pay the
Come
most.
on, let me answer and
man.
be like,
You guys think prank podcast? That's real.
I feel like
really like to see what you guys
Hold
are
on,
going
hold on.
to make. You want to fuck my wife?
Could we back up and just clarify for those people that don't know
My
that
sister thinks you're hot.
we used to have this as a segment a long time ago. We used to do speak pipes, and we would let people leave voicemails, voice recorded messages for us to play back like on a podcast or just live.
and all their mics were potatoes.
I'd say 90% of it was just
Hey, I'm a huge fan. Hey, check this out.
Well,
so
terrible microphone.
we decided to take that segment away, but we're thinking about bringing it back.
I'm willing
apparently.
to bring it back, but I'm gonna screen them and cherry pick the ones that are appropriate, sound good, aren't just screaming racial slurs at me.
Shoving the mic up their asshole.
Yeah.
So I know that with the patrons that have access to this wouldn't abuse it by any means, right?
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
But if it
It'll
sounds
be
like
patrons
poop,
now.
it sounds like you're pooping, or it sounds like poop, probably won't make it. So it's not even worth doing the gag. That's all. That's all it is. That's all it is. But yeah, that's in the works too.
The joke's on you guys. You're the ones farting in your own microphone that you talking to.
Yeah,
so
your
that-
phone. And let's be honest, the
That's
phone.
fine. Yeah.
The phone that you put up to your mouth and your eyes and your ears. You can put that up your ass.
Think about it, people.
Be my guest.
Think about it.
Be my
I mean,
guest.
just for once,
Be
think
my
about what you're
guest.
doing with your phone. There was this you ever seen like those like life hacks where you cut out a styrofoam cup and it's an ashtray,
Yeah.
It's like, okay, whatever.
Sure.
So there was this one where the girl's sitting on the toilet and she wants to watch YouTube videos and she puts the phone in the crotch part of her underwear
I saw
in
that.
between her legs and she's watching YouTube videos like in her phone's in her panties.
I saw that. I was like, yo, keep that girl's phone away from me.
Oh,
'Cause
wanna-
that is nasty.
oh, it's like a phone hammock while you shit?
Yeah.
Nice.
But you do realize how disgusting your actual phone is? 'Cause
Yeah.
your disgusting hands are touching it.
Yeah,
You're
I don't
spitting
wanna,
all over
I don't want
it.
to think about it.
And now it's on your crotch?
And now she's got all the skid marks rubbing up against the back of the cover.
Ugh.
Yeah, no thanks.
Right up to your mouth.
This is why I don't go outside.
But
I don't talk to people either.
That's our update talk. Other than we got 5 new emotes over on Twitch. So
Whoa, that's
if you
a lot.
if you're a Twitch sub, you're about to get dumped on.
Dude,
Some
I'm-
more hot chili. 5 new emotes.
Hot
we got
chili in
so
your
many.
face.
We got so many emotes. We're running out of expressions to make here.
Oh, dude, give me 100 slots. I will fill each and every single one of those with a well thought out facial expression.
All unique and different and not a kind of like a combo thing where it's just like a giant black line that matches up with another black line.
There's not many things I would say I'm particularly good at, but one of them is making faces.
That is true.
because
I will agree 100%.
in high
That's
school,
always been his talent.
In high
Always.
school, I just eventually was accepted. Wow, I don't really like my face, but what can I do with this thing? And I think it was a little talent of mine. I would see if I can come up with a new face every day in the mirror.
Well,
And I was pretty consistent with delivering something.
So I was having Justin take my pictures, and I just realized I can't do that. I'm the opposite of you. And you're like, just make your eyes like, just squint. I'm like, I am squinting. You're like, you're not squinting at all.
I am squinting right now.
Squinting.
This is me squinting.
What do you mean?
That's like Jim Carrey, right? Like he's the next level. I can't do what he does with his face. I was watching some cringy ass interviews with him for Sonic, and all they do
Oh,
is
man.
ask about what was it like being on Ace Ventura? They just don't give it. They don't give a shit about Sonic. So, but they're like, I'm fucking talking to Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
And
Fuck the
he's
Sonic
like,
movie.
I saw one. I was watching for a little bit, and he's like, "Yeah, it's cool. You know, I have a really cool career. It's cool to come back." I forgot he hasn't done a comedy in a long time.
True,
So it's kind of a big deal. It's weird. Sonic's kind of a big deal in that way, but it's because he's been doing those serious shits for a while now, and he's like, "It's great. I go out and people go like, oh, my son's a big fan of you, the Grinch, and they did the face. He's like, yeah, Christmas, I want to ruin Christmas. He like did his face, and then he's like, the ladies will be like, oh my god, I thought it was prosthetics. Like that's freaky.
Get away from me, my son.
You make your face do that with nothing.
Play-Doh face.
Yeah. Some people have mastered the muscles in their fucking whole face, and they could just make their face do anything. It's insane.
He seemed like the type of guy that would be staring in the mirror, just practicing different manner, and then working those muscles that make you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Me,
Maybe it's
it's
something you can work out.
I think I'm finally getting the hang of it. It's taken a lot of practice. A lot of practice to make these derpy ass faces, boy, I'll tell you. But I think we got some winners. So guys, these emotes are gonna be dope.
I need to step my selfie game up.
Sit in front of the mirror and laugh, and you'll do it. Now everybody's getting it off on the selfies. Kids are growing up with cell phones, so they're mastering their face muscles.
This is like super boomer talk, but I just realized like I'm just not a selfie person.
Boomer,
Dude,
boomer alert.
And is it just me though? Do you guys ever take selfies?
Do any of you guys have TikTok on your phone?
No.
No.
Wow, we are boomers.
Boomers, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been told we should.
Yeah.
My friends are like into it. They're like, dude, it's fucking taking off. Like, I know it's cringe, but you gotta hop on there. You gotta do it.
Dude, somebody told me that too.
What if we
Millions of
become
dollars.
TikTok stars?
TikTokers?
TikTok.
Yeah, let's TikTok.
TikTok.
Oh, stop, J turn the speakers
4 years
up.
from now, we're gonna be like, all right, patrons, we're gonna get our new TikTok campaign going. We're gonna
All
be
the-
freaking
Our
ripping
TikTok
it.
fucking premium.
All the exclusive content that TikTok doesn't allow.
All
All
of our-
right here, I'll pay for
all of our premium funny faces, you can see them at TikTok.
Dude, my main
Premium
man B-Rad, he's gonna boof ketamine and fucking trip balls. Trust me.
He's so good at it.
He's nasty.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen a good TikTok, and I don't think that I have.
I've always just seen cringy dancing stuff. It's Vine, pretty much, as far as I understand it. But
I think it's kind of getting the space of like what Snapchat potentially wanted to do, but they didn't like do the publish Snapchats.
Yeah.
This is kind of like how I
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, I don't know. Snapchat's whole thing was this is the app you use to send pictures of your butthole.
And I got a lot of great use out of it.
But you can do that on Instagram. Once Instagram implemented all the
Stories.
Snapchat stuff,
Yeah.
I was like,
Snapchat
what the
was
fuck do I have this
done.
thing?
Yeah.
This thing sucks.
Dude, TikToks like have to have music.
No. I literally just this. Now it's entering my world. I always scour the internet for the next great public freakout, and it shouts the Discord.
Long live Dub It Out.
Long live Dub It Out. And now those public freakout videos are becoming TikTok videos.
Oh no.
So crazy lady's like, I want more Panera bread. It's on TikTok.
Panera Bread's driving me nuts.
Her public freakout. TikTok, don't stop. My shit is up
I imagine that lady who'd shit in a Panera Bread and the manager, they get in a wrestle and then they just stop, look at the camera and start choreograph
I'm sexy
dancing.
and I know it. I got shit in my hand and I know it.
But yeah, when it comes to the selfies, I'm not great at it. I went to Portland. Shout out to everybody watching from Portland.
Portland, Oregon.
Then again, would Portland people clap? They would clap.
I think they would. Big strange.
You get one clap and that's it.
It'd be like that, and then it'd be mute because it's so artsy. So I've never been to Seattle many times. We've been there for PAXs.
Yes.
But I was with my girlfriend. Let's go to Portland. It's a little after birthday thing. And I get to the airport, and I get a phone call, and it's Jeff. And he says, hey, bro, turn around. I turn around, and he's at the airport.
What? On a business trip?
And so
Good guy, Jeff.
me not being, for those of you who know, Jeff he's been on the stream quite a few times.
Good friend of ours.
Old friend, good old Jeff. I turn around, and there he is. I'm past TSA and all this, and he's got luggage. Him and his girlfriend. I turn around, I'm like, oh. And I'm like so bad at surprises. Like I could tell they wanted like the yeah, but I was like, wait a minute, what are you doing here?
What's going on?
I was like, where are you flying? He's like, I'm coming with you, man. This is a surprise. And I was like, wait, you're going to Portland. Yeah. And they're like laughing at me. They're
Why?
Like, you're going to on this flight? Yeah. Not a different flight. Yeah. Same hotel? Yeah. Different room. But yeah, same hotel. I was like, dude, this is gonna be insane.
What a coincidence!
That's
gotta
a
be
really
fun.
good surprise.
So my girlfriend set that up since October. I found out,
Oh wow!
and I was like, wow, I had no idea. So it was a little couples retreat out to Portland, and it was pretty cool. So at first I was like, whoa, it's like Seattle. There's a lot of trees,
Very
rainy,
very green and gloomy. Yeah.
gloomy. But then it was very much like Boston in a way too, like the building kind of layout. It's very
Older.
districty.
Yeah.
Everything's a district. Like every part of it's a downtown. I was like, none of it's downtown because it's all just the whole place is a downtown. I was like, if any of this was in LA, this would be out the door. There would be a line. There would be cars. There'd be traffic. But I was like, where is everyone? I was like, whoa. And then we looked it up, and the population's like half of LA. I was like, yeah, figured. So
Right off the top, it's just less congested.
yeah, I was like, we went to this bar. I was like, if this bar was in Southern California, it would be impossible. But we were playing pool. We had the whole place to ourselves. They had like arcades, and every place has an arcade machine or two.
Yeah.
Has a strip club next door because there's so many strip clubs. Actually,
Strip club capital of America.
Portland's
Yeah.
great.
I stumbled back to the hotel. We were like, let's do one more bar. Oh, look at this place right next to our hotel. Let's go in here. And we open the door, and it's all just like dark. Yeah, I hear that shit, and I'm like, God, it smells like cum in here. What is this? What kind of shitty bar is this? And the guy like, there's
You
no one.
recognize that smell.
There was no one at the front. Smells sour. There's no one at the front, and this guy comes out of nowhere. He goes, "Hey, $7." And I'm like, "Holy shit!" And my girlfriend like, $7 is too much for a shitty. It's too much for like a bar entry,
Like a dive bar.
Like usually it'd be like $5 for a dive bar, which is what it looked like. And it's too cheap for a good strip club. So it's like, what is this? And we peeked our head around, just saw some chick on a pole. I was like, oh my God, I had no idea.
fully beaver out and everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
because we had an
no.
Uber. It's like, yeah, Portland's great. Stripper capital of the world. There's more strip clubs square mile than anywhere else in the world. And you can get drunk and touch all you want.
Oh no!
So it's full nude, full bar, boys.
Oh,
I was like,
shit.
dude, that sounds dangerous.
yeah, I was gonna say
dude.
that's a deadly combination.
I just had a
Fuck.
great idea.
Those strippers probably have some stories, dude.
Next
Yeah.
level Uber in Portland, stripper Ubers.
Oh, you get in the cars dancing
Yeah.
on you.
Why not?
Cash cab.
Chair
Yeah.
box.
Cash cab.
It's like the
Hey.
bang bus, but keep your clothes on.
Dude, I've seen this movie.
Dude, we should start it. We'll
cover,
open our own crazy taxi, and like whoever drives just butt ass naked.
Hey.
I only know dudes though.
Well, it's Portland. We can still
Hey.
make it work.
Make it work, dude.
I got picked up by a Uber. There's just a naked man in my car. Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi.
Um,
But yeah, it was cool. We clocked in like fucking 30,000 steps. So like walked across the whole goddamn place of Portland.
I
'Cause
do
you
like Portland.
saw
They,
everything.
The streets are kind of named in a way where it's very walker friendly. So if you're like,
Yeah.
oh, just go down First Street and you're just going to hit 3rd Street.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Very cool.
yeah, I went there a long time ago, and I don't really remember too much about it. The only thing that I think was kind of funny was that their whole team down there is Trailblazers, right?
Yes.
It's so funny. Like when you're used to LA, you're used to seeing like Lakers and shit everywhere. Like in the very center of Portland, you just see Trailblazers shit everywhere. I'm like, dude, nobody roots for the Trailblazers. I was like, this is so weird to just see a city just go Trailblazers, go Trailblazers. And I'm like, I'm just so not used to that. Like, it was really weird.
Yeah, I was walking around and I saw a few jerseys out that day actually, and I was like, "What the?" I was like, "Oh, that's their team."
The Beavers
then-
are in town.
And then I realized it was is because the Lakers had their first game and it was against Portland that day. And that's why there was a lot of people wearing jerseys that day. But yeah, I didn't see too much.
Oh no.
I didn't see too much like anything. I was just like, where is everyone? The places are so downtowny, cool bar. It's a bar with a skee ball. It's a bar with this. It's like there's always some edgy angle to it, and like everyone's got a little purple in their hair, some orange in their hair.
Very artsy.
Everybody's artsy. Went to the art district, and it's cool that they like have so much like dope graffiti everywhere.
they embrace culture in a very cool way.
Yeah,
Like they
like,
embrace the being weird.
The graffiti has a metal plaque that says who did it. I was like, that is crazy to see that.
That's sick.
'Cause I'm used to LA and Southern California where it's just
Yeah.
illegally smacked on a McDonald's and,
And it's
there's
shitty.
no credits and it's shitty. But there it's like, dude, every wall is like, oh my God, this is an Instagram person's dream.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even take photos. I was like, yo, this wall's cool. Take my picture. I had to do it a few times. I was like, dude, it's a cool wall.
That's cool.
I've been to Portland several times, and I love Portland. I love going there. The great beer, great culture, great food. But their homeless is like on another level.
Yeah.
They will just shit, piss, and shoot heroin in the middle of the street, and they'll be like, "Get out of my way!" And you're like,
damn.
"Well, excuse me, sir. I did not mean to intervene on your intravenous drug use."
Yeah, there's so many homeless people. And I was just like, I never saw one cop. I was like, it's so weird. I never saw one police car. Not once, dude. The whole 2.5 days I was there, I was like, where is the police? How are there just so many homeless people shooting up in broad daylight?
Yeah, that's
I was
crazy.
like, damn, dude. I'd see him just sparking up stuff. One guy I saw is just straight up. He had like a bunch of blankets. He's just playing with his dick and balls right there in the middle of the street, dude. I was like, what the fuck, dude? The guy's going at it.
Crazy.
Just moving his balls around, not jerking off, just moving them like those Chinese giant balls, the fushigi balls you move in your hand. He was doing that to his nuts.
What do you get from that? Is that even like
He's just that
satisfying?
that's how bored he is.
Just that bored, huh?
You mentioned you're
that's
not able
funny.
to find cops. I remember I would always find a cop at Voodoo Donuts.
Oh,
Like,
well, there you go.
Keeping the donuts under patrol.
Keep them safe.
People get grabby when they get sugar high.
Did you take advantage of that no sales tax? Do a lot of shopping?
Not a whole lot of shopping, mostly just sightseeing, trying to see everything there that we
Didn't you
just
go to that
don't
skate
have here.
place?
Yeah, we went to see Burnside Skate Park.
We
dude.
played out on
Is
Tony
that-
Hawk Pro Skater 3.
Is
Saw
that
it on
actually
Pro
the
Skater.
one from Tony Hawk? Was that what it was like modeled after?
I think there is one on one of the Tony Hawks that has Burnside in
3.
it. But it's
Okay.
a famous skate park.
That's cool.
Like, we saw some pros there. We just watched them for like a good hour. Just people going up, smacking a lip, fucking 3 stories up, smack that gorilla and fucking come down, fucking
Hitting
hit
that
that
lip.
tail lip.
Nice.
And I like jumped up, and that's when I realized, God damn, I am not a young man anymore. I jumped up onto the platform, the first one where you can drop in from, and I was like, whoo, how winded. And I was like, I looked at the short drop, the entrance drop. I'm like, nope, no way, dude. If I hit that, I am done.
I am breaking my
Oh
wrist.
man.
And like I stood with my feet on the lip of like the deepest like pool, like it's like a dome circular pool drop, and it's like off the lip it comes in and dips, and you look down there and you're like, how, dude? These
I
guys
don't
are fucking
understand
nuts.
how you can do the vert stuff. Like you have to tip over the edge,
Ugh.
and then when you're going down's the easy part. It's the
I feel that.
redirection all your stuff.
Yeah, staying balanced when the floor is not even level, like on a ramp like that. I'm like, I would eat shit.
I would fall
There's
every
single time.
Yeah, so they had like one of the guys had his dog out there, and the dog had a skateboard. We're like just waiting for that dog to tear it up. He's like barking at his board,
Pop shot
and
it.
then he like flipped the board, and he fucking got on it and rode around. And we're like, dude, that dog just lives
Damn.
there with
That's a
whoever.
cool dog.
That dog's got more skills than me.
And
If
people
you
were
can't get laid with that dog, then I don't know what to tell you, brother.
Yeah.
unfortunate for like skate parks. Like they had a big plaque that said like the history and if you want to support it and blah blah blah, and it says like keep drugs and alcohol away. Everybody there was doing something, and I'm just like it sucks like because Jeff's a skater, he didn't do any of that stuff, so he's like, yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Like those places always kind of get those characters who's just like got some shit and they're like in a car doing God knows what. It's all fogged out, dude. Smoking some skirp.
I can't skate unless I'm on some shrooms.
Yeah, dude.
It's the only way it mellows me out.
It actually makes it not hurt as bad.
It's like such an athletic thing. I'm like, how could you not just you
Right.
feel like you have to be a very good athlete to do this shit.
Yeah.
And it's cool every time we watched this guy was like he must have been a pro. He's like doing insane shit, and people were fucking smacking their boards and clapping and cheering for him. It was really cool. Saw that
That's
bookstore everybody talks about. He's a lot of
That
books.
giant bookstore, yeah.
People said Sizzle Pie in the pizza place. I don't know about you guys.
I've been there.
But every time
never heard of it.
I see a pizza place, and let me know how you guys feel about this. Every time you see a pizza place, and they're all just sitting there, and they're all just out, and they have the light.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just feel like that's a no-go.
Not as good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Under
no.
a heat lamp, not
No.
as good.
We walked in,
That's the
people
same
were
as
like,
7-Eleven.
if people were like Sizzle Pie, I go in there, I'm like, yo, this looks worse than 7-Eleven. Sitting under the
Ooh.
light. It was just
Ooh.
sitting on the light, half eaten, like 2 slices left. We're like, nah, we're not even gonna eat here, dude.
And
I
like
was
good
what?
pizza does not take a long time to cook. If it needs to be a super hot oven, it's like it's in there for 4 minutes and it's done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what their faces rated it, that pizza guy, but I don't know. A lot of people said to try it. I don't know. Maybe I was at the wrong one.
You need to be
But-
completely wasted at 3 a.m.
So,
and
yeah,
get
it
a
was
pizza.
not.
Want a pizza.
Some pizza places are just drunk pizza places. Like, it's
True.
only good unless you're shit faced.
Right. Maybe someone on the Patreon could leave a post and be like, no, dude. Looks are deceiving. Maybe next time I'll try it. But I don't know. People were saying it was
You're
good.
not
I
going
don't
to be
know.
able to convince me that a heat lamp versus hot out of the oven
Yeah.
is better.
I don't know.
Who would try to argue that?
Wait a minute.
I don't get the
Little
hype.
Ramonio's in Little Italy, bro.
The lamp is strong,
Trust
bro.
me, dude.
Scott, we're like, nah. And we sat outside, like trying to yelp around for something else, and some homeless guy just taking a break. He just like was holding his knees bent over. It was like a 90-degree bend, and he was just not breathing. And I was like, what is that guy doing?
Oh, no,
I just catch a whiff. I'm like, yo, we gotta get out of here. This guy smells so bad, dude.
It's happening.
We were
Run
walking.
while you can.
We were walking around this lady's like super old hobo lady. She just had all her stuff out, all her charms, all her
Hobo lore.
empty milk cartons, empty plastic things,
Everything's got a story to it. I bet, too.
toothbrushes from God knows where, and she's just screaming, "My stuff! They're after my stuff! Always taking my stuff! Leave my stuff alone!" What? And when I'm like, "Oh, we have to walk past this lady."
And I'm gonna do something
it's
about
like,
it.
don't look at her, don't look at her, don't look at her. We had to cross the street, so we go around her.
Yeah,
She's
bro.
screaming, "They're taking my stuff! All of my stuff! It was you, wasn't it? It was you!"
Yeah.
You know what I
You
realized?
gotta be careful.
We're LA homeless, so we know do not acknowledge them, do not make contact because they will assault you.
Yeah.
It's
But
like
if you're like from Minnesota and you go, oh hey there, lady, you look like you're in trouble. Now you're looped in. Now you're just like, I gotta get you.
I feel
Yeah.
bad for those people that are convinced enough to actually give them change, and then they're just
Oh,
sucked
no.
in. I got him. I got one. Yeah.
It's weird too, because I was like, for the most part, they were a little slower. It's like the cold got to their bones and their joints and like
And the
slowed them
heroin.
down. And like gives them like a 20% frost debuff where they're like a little slower.
debuff.
But like in LA, Skid Row, they have like the sun on them, so they got that like crazed heat
Yeah,
stroke.
they're supercharged.
Or they're like sometimes they're passed out from the
Solar
sun.
panel.
Like they
Or
go.
dead.
They go
Yeah.
past their limit of being like berserked from the sun, but they all kind of had a little frost debuff, so at least they're kind of slow. So you kind of go work your way around them, and they wouldn't annoy you.
Yeah, they got frost nova.
Just be be careful out there, guys. A little PSA: never make eye contact with them. It's like a fucking Pokemon battle. Just a
Yeah.
little bling. Ah. They come running up to you.
Yeah, like there was this one street we were gonna go down, and there was like we'd walked it the day before, and it was totally fine. Like it was a street where like all the shops are, and there was just a mean looking hobo dude, just like this, like facing us in the middle of the
up.
sideway, just like this. Yeah, squared up, just waiting for us to get there. I was like, nope, we're going around.
Oh yeah.
I'm going around.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks.
But yeah, that was the only thing I was like, man, I'm surprised there's no cops getting these guys. Like I remember we got in a bus, and at least the public transit's pretty decent there. It's
Oh,
like
nice.
clean. It's clean. You can get on there.
No
You-
homeless on there.
Well, I mean,
No, I didn't see any. I saw people who were. I saw this one guy was like a very Jay Bergerman big dude, and he was talking to some other guy who was like, I don't know, kind of cracked out but functional. And he was like, "Boy, I tell you what," and he sounded just like that. He's like, "Where I come from," I think he said Wisconsin or something. He's like, "You wouldn't get away with this. There's guys out there in the middle of the street shooting up dope. Lock them up, and he's saying it so loud everybody on the bus can hear him.
Who's with me?
Girls with me, not where I'm from. No, sir. And I swear he was just like stuck on repeat. Right in the middle of the street. Doping up. Dope right in his arm. Unbelievable. No police. Lock him up, I say. Guilty as charged, I say. Right there in the middle of the street. Doping up. Can you believe it? Throw him away. Lock him up. I was like, dude.
Stuck on repeat.
I think this guy's broken. I was like, we got to get off this goddamn bus.
someone get this guy some heroin.
But it's cool to be on a bus and yank the thing and you get off. I mean, you just can't do that in Southern Cali.
You can. You
could,
might catch something though,
Oh, the
just by
people would
sitting
be
in the
angry.
seat.
You could, and it would literally add like another 2 hours to your trip. That would normally be a 30-minute drive. It would add like probably 2 hours to your ride.
Stopping in the street is a no-go.
Yeah, but even this bus, like, of course, it would be faster to Uber, right? It'd be a direct drive, but to take the bus was like $2. And it's like you're just good all
Yeah, you
for
get
an
to
all-day
walk.
pass, and it's like adds 10 minutes to your trip instead of an hour like it would here. So that was cool, taking a bus places, the art district, trying the food. some dope ass coffee spots. But yeah, the number one thing I just noticed is like, man, everybody's different. It's so different. It's just the people are so
We're
different.
weird
man.
out here in Portland.
Everybody's got like muted colors on and like some little pink or purple in their hair, and everybody's a writer. Everybody's an artist. Everybody's a indoor something because it's raining all the time. You got to be inside.
I do. I read poetry on Saturdays.
Yeah, dude. So many like there are trees that have like in LA that'd be like rock concerts and shit. Like theirs are like poetry readings, like graphic design, like talk, like stuff like that. I'm like,
Oh man!
wow, it's covered.
Wow.
Really dope food spots, of course.
Great coffee.
Great coffee, dude.
Beer's good.
So many cool bars.
Find Bigfoot out there.
So many cool bars. I was looking for Bigfoot.
I'm looking for him.
He was playing with his fushigi balls.
Yeah. Last day we went to the Peacock Mansion.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, do you guys want to go down the trail of Henry Peacock's mansion?
I have no idea who this is.
So this guy, I guess he sort of lived in a big ass house, and he owned he owned like the first newspaper. So he's just loaded, and his house can overlook all of Portland and Mount Hood,
Imagine
which
being-
he climbed by himself.
Is this one of those like? Is this like one of those trick mansions where like the staircases lead to the ceiling and shit? And it's all
we
weird.
were looking for that shit.
No, it's not
It's
like
a
that.
cool looking place.
It looks legit.
So it's a giant fucking house, and you go through it, and it's like it's just funny because it was all old timey. It's old timey shower, but he was loaded, so it was like it had a valve for shampoo. What? And you're like, whoa!
Damn.
And it had a what is it called?
A bidet.
Dude, he had a crazy bidet. It's called like sitz bath.
This one's just for me.
Dude, it was a sitz bath.
Whoa.
What
it
the
was
fuck?
like
if someone goes in your ass.
That one sucks the poop out of your butt.
Dude, we
What?
looked at it and we were like, how would you? We were trying to get in it. Like, how would you get in it? It literally looked like it was either you stand in it and wash your feet, or you sit in it, and it's like, well, I don't have time to take a shower, so all I need to do is clean my ass. So you sit in it and literally just you soak your butthole and your balls, and then you get up and you just go and you continue for 3 more days without showering.
Dude, guys, you guys can't see this, but it looks like we're looking at a sink for your ass.
It's an ass sink was the best way I could put it.
So you. That seems like might as well just take a shower.
A disposable.
I don't know how I'd like
sitz
that
bath.
though. If I'm walking around,
Oh, it's to soak your hemorrhoids and
for your
anal fissures.
and your post anal surgery care.
finally, Man, these hemorrhoids
Hassle-free,
been
no
acting
need
up.
to clean. Yeah, it's a way for you to soak your hole.
Oh, that sounds
And
a
he
little
had one of those-
uncomfortable though.
he
If
had
you
one of
walking around with moist ass.
He had one of those in 1915.
Oh,
You must have some really hard shits if you're splitting your butthole in twain.
a diet that consists purely of beets and potatoes grown from the ground
Other
outside.
rooted rivets.
But yeah, I
Damn,
got some
man.
culture in there and saw how Portland got started by these old fucks.
My
It was
man-
kind of cool.
My man had some fissures. That sucks.
But yeah, it was pretty cool seeing that. You can see a view of everything out there. So we got a little bit of that culture.
Nice.
And
Interesting.
a lot of food, a lot of the donuts. Hit that donut spot a few times. you
Voodoo
know.
Donuts is good, man.
We're with 4 people.
It actually is.
So we
yeah.
just grab like 2 donuts, just split it. Everybody take bites and just we'll come back later and try it again.
I remember I saw a homeless guy get the pink box from the Voodoo Donuts, just like he found in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to the Voodoo Donuts trash and then reached into their garbage can and just made his own baker's dozen from the trash.
Nice,
Oh,
dude.
nice.
And I was like,
Smart.
that is a smart hobo.
Smart hobo.
And then he's got a big box of fresh baked donuts in his box.
Got everything outside the donut box.
If there's any donut place I would stalk or live by, it would be that one.
Put a curse on you.
So many cool bars though. We were at this one bar.
Oh, the
it was
bars in
like
Portland are really cool.
it was like
They stay open
every
late?
seat was like a swing. I forget what it was called.
Well, you
every
sure this
seat
wasn't
you were on a
sex
fucking
dungeon?
swing.
Are you sure you didn't just get drunk at a playground?
That's what it felt like.
Yippee!
That's what it felt like.
Fourth grade.
Dude, me and Jeff were like bumping each other and like swinging around. I was like, dude, this is so sick.
and then you're washing your ass in the water
Sits
fountain.
bath.
Hey, it's a shit bath.
Shit's bad. I fucking sits
Look
in,
at
dude.
me. I'm Henry Pitcock.
Henry Pittock. He had fucking dude. He had this.
My anal fissures.
He had this one secret room. We're like, yo, this is where he kept Bigfoot. 100%.
Fucking Bigfoot in the basement.
Dude, like that guy's so rich. I was like, the only thing I could think of is some of these rooms. I'm like, dude, just think of the drama back then and how different that would be. It's like, I imagine him having people over and like, well, Henry, you do drive a hard bargain, but I don't think I will allow you to put a train station in my district. He goes, well, that's unfortunate. We couldn't find common ground. Allow me to introduce my friend, Bigfoot. And it just fucking tears people in half. I was like, dude, I see Tarantino movies in this fucking house. I bet that's all that went down here. Imagine people cheating back then and like the drama and
It's gotta
shit.
be easy to kill people back in the 1860s.
Yeah.
That's what I
in your private mansion.
People walking by kept laughing because I kept hearing me and Jeff just joke. I'm like, dude, there's probably so many bodies in the backyard of this mansion.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine the body. And he
built
just,
in the walls.
And he would just fucking go outside and go, oh, the bodies I had to step on to get to where I am.
They're literally buried under my driveway.
If there's anything I've learned from watching horror movies is that mansions like this have some kind of secret compartment with bodies.
Bodies under the cement and the marble.
Yeah, it's built in the walls.
It's like, dude, there's so many marble statues. Every single one of those, a few dead bodies out there. Because he lives up there on this giant hill. I'm like, dude, there's nothing but corpses up there. I guarantee it.
You're not fooling us, old Pittock.
Well, we'll see about that. Still $15 to come get a visit.
Come take a picture.
But yeah, the bars were super dope. And then the last, I forgot it was Super Bowl Sunday when I was even there.
Did you see anything Super Bowl related while you're in Portland?
Dude,
I wouldn't expect.
some of those bars were so cool. The swing one had like an inside part without swings, and it was like we were in an outdoor patio part. It had like swings, kind of like outdoorsy, kind of swing around, have a beer, and you go inside, and it was like a restaurant, and they had a fucking like 200-foot screen projector doing it. And it was like 5 people in there. I was like, man, if this was in L.A. or Southern
you would
Cali,
you would have to share a table.
You'd have to put
they'd
your
all
name
have
on a
to
list and
reserve things on the table.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
a fucking mess.
And then you got to talk to a guy that looks like Pitch Guy, like, hey, can me and my girlfriends, use this section of the table that you're at?
Not me and my wife. Come take it all.
Yeah, it was just an eye opener. Like, how can a city be so cool and be so not populated? Because
It's just not L.A.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm used to. So I'm like, it's like I'm in LA, but no one's here. No one's here.
It sounds beautiful.
It sounds amazing.
It actually is.
After having just come from LA, that sounds amazing.
It's like L.A. with no people and no sales tax. Sign me up.
Yeah, I'm moving there tomorrow.
Bought a
Damn.
$5 donut. It was $5. That's it.
Not
That's
$17
Not-
post tax.
Dude, I love
with
that too.
tax.
Yeah, and everything. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's not that much like $4.99 prices out there because there's no sales tax. So it's just like, yeah, everything just is even on the dollar. Like,
Yeah, I just saw a lot of even numbers and like,
Yeah.
wow, that's what it said and that's what it costs.
Mhm.
I'm so used to seeing some bullshit when you buy food here or whatever. It's like, oh wow, that $8 thing was actually $20. I didn't know that here in California. Anything else notable? Just so many underground coffee, brewery, everything's a lot of underground shit too.
Yeah, they
People
like
try to
the,
get away from the rain.
the speakeasy style of bars and stuff like
I was
that.
like, dude, if
Yeah.
I had this cafe next to my house, I would be here like all the fucking time, dude. Underground and just god tier.
that's cool.
I don't know how they got the beans to do that. They got their coffee beans doing some dope shit. It's different.
Them underground beans.
They're not burning them. They do at Starbucks.
Yeah, that's true.
And no sales tax, so it's like a coffee is like a lot cheaper in that regard too.
yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was my Portland trip. It was really,
Very
really
nice.
dope. It was really cool.
So you missed the halftime show.
I didn't see Super Bowl nothing. I was in the air actually
didn't-
when it was going down.
You didn't get to see Shakira versus J-Lo?
Shakira.
All I know, guys, is that her hips don't lie. After all of these years, they still tell the truth.
They look like they're still relatively functional. Did they do a good job? I didn't see it.
I mean, J-Lo was moving for a woman in her 50s, I think.
She's into her 50s, yeah.
Is she
Basically,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
Basically,
Cheeks
yes.
bouncing.
She was working. She worked the pole.
She worked a pole.
I couldn't believe
Strip
it.
pole, yeah.
Wow.
She was
And
doing
she-
like the stripper
and
stuff.
She did the throwback. She did the J-Lo from the block.
My love
Jenny from the block.
Costa,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding.
All that good shit.
But then you realize that J-Lo hasn't like had like a hit single in like 10 years.
That's another thing I thought while she was working and doing her thing and shaking that ass, I was like, why is she up here though?
She
She
did
hasn't been relevant.
Big booty.
But right,
Got
that
it.
was
Big booty.
They didn't
no,
do
they
that
did
song.
play that
They
for
did?
a second.
Big,
Yeah,
big
and I was
booty.
shocked because I thought that everybody agreed that song is shitty and nobody liked
Oh,
it.
that's
Got
her
a
one
big
single.
Booty.
I was like, that's the
bitches,
last
booty.
thing that she's been known for, like recently, right?
Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, I
So
didn't
I'm
think about it. Yeah.
surprised that they would get her. I don't know.
The only one I know
thought
is
somebody more
I'm
relevant.
still Jennifer. That's
They
all I know.
definitely did that.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
I realized why
big
they
booty.
had her.
Why?
Why?
It's Miami.
Oh,
It's Latino heat.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's the passion of the Latino community coming together.
Passion.
How you say passion?
Fashion?
Passion.
Dude, you gotta watch the new Curb episode, and you guys will watch it because
I need to.
There's this one episode where they talk about Spanish. Now there's ones that have like different dialects, and so it'd be like especial, like it has the
España.
th. España, so has the th. So Jennifer Lopez, si todo de contación.
Yeah, I saw that one.
It was
But
weird watching a bunch of butts with like
Just
older
butts on
people.
Super
Like,
Bowl.
I mean,
Wow, these women have major posteriors. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. How old is Shakira?
she's probably in her 40s, maybe
she-
late 30s.
She was still looking good. She killed it. I was very disappointed though at the lack of memes that came from this year's Super Bowl.
Yeah, it
very,
was-
very uneventful.
I literally, that's the first thing I did when I touched down on the ground. When I got back home, I Googled Super Bowl 2020 memes, and it was like nothing. And I was like, new movie trailers? Nothing.
Not really. Well,
Fast and Furious 9.
They showed the Marvel shit. They showed Loki's new TV show. They showed Captain Black Falcon. What the fuck is Black Captain America Falcon.
Discount, bootleg, the straight to Disney Plus versions
they
of these
showed,
things.
Yeah, they showed
so
all
not
that.
movies.
Not movies. They're like the little series. And then Shakira kind of did a meme.
Yeah, she kind of went.
I don't understand what she's doing, but in the middle of one of real time, that's what she did in the middle of her performance.
Yeah.
In between songs, she's
Into
like,
a camera, hard camera shot.
so everybody was just like Shakira hitting that turkey gobble during that shit.
So Shakira was just like, now it's my chance to make a meme.
It was, I don't even know what she was doing because it seemed like in like the midst of her performance, you could tell she's like trying to hype herself up, and I guess that's just the first sound that came out of her mouth. Was
Boomer
just,
move. Does it seem like, it sounds like it could have been a little bit of a boomer slip.
I think so.
I don't know what she was
I
thinking.
know how to be fun still. Boo.
Yeah, because she was looking right at the camera.
Like
check this out.
Something an old person would do to try to be edgy or goofy still.
I'm
Yeah,
still hip,
yeah.
kids.
I'll be here all night.
It totally was like that. But yeah, after that, Instagram was going nuts.
We should start doing
She hit the victory
podcast.
screech. SpongeBob. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they were moving. They were moving their asses. That's
They got
about
big
it.
butts.
They got big booties.
It's Sonic the Hedgehog trailers.
If it was, I didn't see it.
And that's about it. Jimmy Fallon commercials, I'm sure. Is
Yeah.
full of
Oh,
those.
yeah.
there was a couple really good commercials. There's this one with Jason Momoa that actually made me fucking crack up laughing. Did you see that one?
He's walking into his own house. He's like, this is where I can like let myself be, and he takes off
Yeah.
his big jacked arms. It's like a tiny wimpy arm. He pretty much takes his entire body off. He's like this wimpy
Yeah.
guy. He's like,
Now I can just be myself.
Yeah, he's like, oh, thank God. I'm so glad to finally be away from all those cameras. He like takes his hair off. He's like balding
bald,
and
yeah.
shit. He's like this little shrimpy guy. He looks like how Captain America looked in the
Oh,
first
yeah.
movie
Reverse
before
Captain America.
Yeah,
Oh,
before
cool.
he got all this. But it was really funny. And then Post Malone's commercial was really good too.
yeah, everyone dressed like Post Malone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to see a picture of what the Momoa thing looks like. Any other commercials? Or that's about it.
That's the only ones I can really think of off the top of my
off the
head.
top of my head, yeah.
Looks cool though. I like seeing them all. The bald, the wizard hair.
Right.
They gave him wizard hair. It's pretty cool.
commercials
But yeah,
are pretty good,
Chiefs
though.
won, huh? Was it
Chiefs,
even? Was
yeah.
it even a good game?
The second half was pretty fun.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I saw. I looked at the score in the fourth quarter. It was a ton of fucking points.
Yeah, it was
Like,
pretty.
wow.
They lit them up. 21 unanswered points.
The one
It's a big
thing
game.
the one thing I hate about watching the Super Bowl though is just whatever team loses, you always feel so bad for them because there's motherfuckers out there crying and shit. Like they had the win. Like they were
They
a
won at the
touch.
second first half.
In the first half, they were like a whole touchdown ahead. There was only one quarter left.
Ouch.
And I don't know how they let them come back and get 2 touchdowns on them. And then you just see motherfuckers in the corner just, why do we do that?
Yeah, dude. But the Chiefs won, and that coach there.
Yeah! Oh, yeah! I'm gonna get the biggest cheeseburger you've ever seen!
And
You
he's
boys pour the Gatorade on me! Now! We did it, boys!
That'll be our thumbnail.
This one's for you, Shakira! We did it! Fuck yeah! Kansas City! Football!
But yeah, it's enough football talk.
I don't really watch
I'm not
football.
a big football dude. Was hoping there'd be memes. Definitely not enough memes. But where there is no memes, there are questions from the Patreon.
Yeah.
The Patreon.
It's that time again, y'all.
You guys
So,
ask them, we'll answer 'em. Hit me.
A couple people have been asking us questions underneath these videos. And the first one comes from my boy Sean Baldock. What up, Sean? He
What up,
says,
Sean?
how long have you guys been doing this before it came a legit career path?
Oh,
2009 when it started.
Yeah,
boy.
Justin's been doing it the
the
longest.
day one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
and
mean,
then-
there was a moment where you like, I can do this as a hobby, not necessarily career, or was it always career?
But how long have you been doing it before it became a legit career path? So yeah, it was 2009, right?
I'm just saying.
I mean, I guess, and then probably
I'd say,
when
like-
did the mattress when we started the Patreon really is kind of when
4 years ago.
It's kind of when you guys kind of hopped on as like able to be full time, or at least Damon was able to be like a full time editor.
Jaboody Show podcast early days for Damon, I would say.
Actually, probably
Yeah.
right when that's probably more accurate.
Okay.
So I don't know how
And
long
then-
ago that was.
But when we did the Patreon is when Pops kind of jumped on board, right? Around there?
So about 3 or 4 years ago, I think Damon was able to go full time and join on as like editor and editing a lot of the stuff that we do. And then Pops was last year was able to
Yeah.
Oh,
hop
okay.
on. So now it's right.
Yeah, so
Or
I mean,
last year and some change.
I was always helping in some regard, but I already had my established career, and then I made it work so that I could do this and make this a possibility. So that was last year, 2019. So, but I've always been helping writing dubs and helping the guys
Me too.
do stuff.
Me
you know?
too.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been here, background.
It was one of the video podcasts early days. I was just in the background, just making pop drops.
Pop drops. Yeah, I remember those good old times. But yeah,
Oh,
it's been a
man.
long
been a
ride,
minute, man.
boyo. It's been a long time, Sean. Thank you for the question, dude.
Appreciate it, Sean.
Yo, Brandon coming in. Brandini Boner coming in. He says, "What kind of movie would you guys want to make if you could make it, and who would you cast?"
I
What
got
you guys want to
mine.
make if you could make it, and who would you cast? What would you do?
I
you
do a
cast?
movie kind of like Friday.
Okay.
I try to make it like a comedy, but based off of like real life shit.
So a slice of life.
A slice of life. I love the way Curb is shot, how it's just super exaggerated everyday scenarios, and I try to make it along those lines. And I'd hire all my favorite comedians to be in it.
Wow.
You know, you got your Dave Chappelle and your Chris D'Elia, you know.
I'll just call him up.
I'll just call them all up. I mean, this is my dream.
That's the best
This is
thing.
a what if.
That's the best thing about being the director is you just get to put the movies in a setting where you want to personally travel to.
Yeah.
Hire all the people you actually want to hang out with.
Yes.
You just cast it. I know there was some director that famously did that. He's like, I don't do movies unless it's going to be somewhere I would like to travel to.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, I want to change my answer. I want to do a dramatic retelling of the Henry Pittock guy Portland Mansion his murder mystery series. That's what I'd want to do.
You could do like just a documentary of the Playboy Mansion. And I'll just
Back in
go,
the 70s,
and you would just
cocaine
go
was flying
there.
everywhere.
You're like, I'm playing Hugh Hefner, and I get a bunch of bitches. That's my movie.
Who
Thank you
gets
guys
the
for
most
watching.
rim jobs?
Get to I don't know. I would honestly probably want to do some sort of animation thing, like Spider-Verse style, but make it factually funny and different and not a superhero. Even though I love Spider-Verse, I just love the way that movie looks.
And not have it take 10 years to make because of
Yeah,
animation.
yeah, I love the way that movie looks, the way the pacing is, the humor in that. I would try to make it my style of humor, but just a cool animated thing. I don't even know what it would be, but probably not a superhero, but maybe even my own or something different. But yeah, something like that. I don't know. Animated. Who would I put in it? I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Pops, how would you shoot your gay porn?
So I got really inspired by Jordan Peele when I saw Get Out.
Oh, okay.
I would want to do a horror movie, and I'd have all the friends and the cast of it all, and they wouldn't play themselves; they'd play a role, and it'd be some type of horror type of theme. And yeah, I think that'd be the most true to what I would want something to be.
Yeah, that'd be pretty dope.
That's a good
too.
idea. Yeah, because anytime we do the Halloween skits, it's always fun. Horror is like super easy to do too.
Yeah, and I like the horror theme because you can really create whatever universe you want. It could be supernatural, it could be super real, it could just be a gore fest, it could be suspense. I think it'd be pretty cool to see what we could come up with. And horror and comedy go hand in hand because you need to cut the tension with something, and comedy is a good way to kind of balance that.
Yeah, those were like the last movies that really made me go, damn, those were like well made and really fun to watch. So I'd almost piggyback off that and say I'd do something like that too. But thinking back to who I'd want on there, I'd try to do, you know what movie I really like that I always look back to is Pick of Destiny. I would want to do something with Jack Black.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
not
fuck yeah.
with a bunch of other people. I would want to just be him. Like as a main
dude.
character.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing a lot of like King Kong, background
like,
guy,
yeah.
Jungle, Jumanji,
Jumanji,
background, side character. I want him to be, he needs to be the fucking focus of a comedy again. I feel like he's so I mean,
Talented.
people look up to him and he's talented, but I feel like he's almost underrated, even though people love him. I feel like should be more Jack Black in the world.
He deserves more love.
What
for
if he's
sure.
just
So
turning,
good.
What if he's just turning down those roles? Because he's like, you know what, I don't want to do that.
I don't know. Maybe
And
that's
then
it.
I'd say even more respect, man.
But Pick of Destiny is like so good. I love that movie. Like, yeah, it's right up there with like How High, Half Baked.
Oh yeah,
it's
it's
so
good.
definitely in my top 5 stoner movies.
Oh yeah.
Tenacious D is so good, dude. If I could do doing a Tenacious D movie would be so sick.
A stoner movie would be pretty fun to do too.
Yeah.
Like their
As soon as you
HBO
said that,
series
yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but a movie would be dope, dude.
Dude, yeah.
If you did like Tenacious D, Pick of Destiny plus Get Out in some way, and it was like them two in a rock and roll horror movie,
you're talking.
that would
Damn.
be so good, dude.
Yeah.
I hope they're doing something soon. He's been killing it on YouTube, but yeah. Thank you for the question, Brando.
Thank you, Brandon.
Giovanni Vanny 7. What up, dude?
Giovanni.
It's a long one, so if I get winded, you guys might have to tag me in.
Rap God.
got
Hey
you.
guys, love the show, and I want to say so much to. I have so much to ask you guys, but I'll just ask one question for today. I recently read an article a few days ago about a certain streamer that either rants at the viewers for not subbing, donating either on air or off, but forgetting to turn off their streams. So I was wondering, what do you guys think is the percentage of folks who stream just for the subs and donos versus the folks who stream for the passion, like you guys, Milton, Mick, Classy. Sorry for the long typing skills. You guys are my faves to watch. Keep up the passion.
Vanny. Thank you, Vanny.
Thank you, Vanny.
I was just gonna say after you were reading that, I was like, it reminds me kind of what he's getting at. All the Kobe stuff is so trending and it's like all over my page, and I was like watching his last podcast because I was like, oh, wow, I never saw these, and it's trending and it's everywhere, and he's super knowledgeable. And he said when he got to the NBA, once he knew, you know, he's super young, and then the guy asked him questions like, that must have been really scary. He was like, it actually wasn't, because I quickly found out, boom, a lot of these guys who are in the NBA are only in it for the financial stability, and they start kind of phoning it in.
Yeah.
And he's like, I knew instantly, like, I'm going to have so much fun destroying these guys because I'm young. I don't have kids. I have like all the time in the world to still have that dream of being the best, not just be like, yeah, I play for this team and I'm a celebrity, and next week I'm going on a vacation and I'm going to take it easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to pop big bottles. I'm going to go to the club. He's like, no, I'm going to destroy these people, and like still have that passion for it. He's like, you see a lot of people who are even in it that lose the passion, but it's weird for streaming. I'm like, how do you I feel like it's so hard to get into it, and then for a random person to get into it, hustle through all the long days of probably having 0 streamer, 0 views, get to a point where you have an audience, and then phone it in. I'm like, I don't know. It just seems so far-fetched. But then again, people did it with like the NBA and stuff, right? They're just like, damn, I need to get more commercial deals and stuff, and they just kind of phone in the experience of it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think like once people try to stream, for the financial stability, they get comfortable and they have no reason to grow or try to get better because they have what they need, or that's their main goal. So they're not thinking long term, or they're not thinking how to grow their viewer base or shit like that. You know what I mean? So I definitely think it's the wrong reason. You should definitely do it because you have the passion for it and you want to do it, because that'll just mean that you yourself are going to be hard on yourself to try to, be better. And
the cream will rise.
Yeah.
And I think if you're only in it for subs and donos, I think your shit would slowly people would see through it.
Yeah,
they would see that.
People can tell if you're genuine or not. But sad to say, I feel like a majority of people on Twitch see other people stream and they go, "Oh, I could fucking do this. I'm gonna get shit ton of donos and subs," and they just turn their camera on and don't do shit.
Well, Vaney mentioned a lot of people that create great content, so that's what it kind of comes down to. Is when you are doing this, it's easy to just say, I'm going to do shit content and then just phone it in and just reap the benefits of just being popular. But if you're not making good content, you're not challenging yourself. You're not creating something that is setting yourself different from anybody else. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
I like try to find a way to make something that sticks out from the rest and is good and it can stand on its own. Something that Justin told me very early is try to make something that's timeless. That's something to me still resonates to this day. It's like, how can I make something that 20 years from now someone's gonna be like, oh, that was pretty fucking cool? And they were just doing VR stuff when it was just in its like infancy type of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. People get comfy, like you said, and I think then it gets stale. But I think Twitch is still so new and streaming is so new. I think you can get by for a while like that. But give it a few years and they're gonna drop, and it's gonna slowly. You'll see them drop, and then you'll see these new people who will probably start streaming tomorrow, who are thinking even more fast-paced than we are. I mean, we're all over. We're like constantly thinking, what can we do, mixing up. But I think it's people who come at it from a different angle. What can I do different? And they're just going to like skyrocket past. They're going to get a little tweet. All it would take is a tweet or a mention, and then it's just like, boom. Did you guys see this thing? He tweets from fucking outer space. He's like Elon Musk's nephew, and he like streams in 0G gravity. It's gonna be like insane. Like whoever comes up with some new way to do something is always gonna push it, right?
People have a tendency to think instant gratification versus delayed gratification. I think you will have more success with everything you do in life, whether it's trying to lose weight, trying to get more money, trying to get through college. It's you try to look for the end goal versus I just want to get this quick little,
Yeah, 100%.
Quick little, I just want to, real quick.
But if you're looking for the bigger goal, you'll have more accomplishments. You'll be more satisfied and more proud of what you were able to do versus just phoning it in.
You don't want to blow your load too quick, man. You want edge.
It just sounds so funny, like the idea of doing it for just subs or donos. I feel like it's such a niche thing, and it's still such a new thing. I'm like, it's crazy that there's already some of that going on. And
it's so true and so funny. My bad to cut you off. I just thought of a really funny example. One time we were flipping through just chatting, and we saw this girl who, I don't know how she wasn't banned, but she was legit just sleeping on stream. And it was like a sub goal, and she I think the sub goal, like the end goal was for her to get a computer, like a better PC. She's like, "You guys help me get my PC so I can stream more." It's like, you're sleeping.
Yeah,
you're sleeping right now.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Like that's the kind of shit that's on Twitch sometimes.
That's so weird. I mean, I try to keep. I don't really see much of that stuff. Like I said, I'm always watching these guys, like Milton, Mick, Classy, everybody who pushes it and tries to always do something. Like every time I talk to those guys, they got something up their sleeve, and I'm just like, damn, here's all the stuff we got going on. And it's always like ideas of what's coming up next, not to get stale, I guess, right? To push it and have fun with it.
Oh yeah, we plan like what we're gonna stream like a week in advance and stuff like that. Like,
but what is cool is when the people that you mentioned, like the Classies, the Miltons, the Mix of the world, come to us and be like, wow, you guys are doing something that is not being done and is almost, quote, I don't want to sound like I'm blowing myself, but it's like groundbreaking.
Wow, you're totally blowing yourself, Pops.
So,
Wow.
but
Get
that's
over yourself.
that's
get
pretty
it.
all though, right?
No, it's fucking dope.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We love what we do, and we're the hardest on ourselves. So we don't need all we need is our own self to tell us to kick our own ass most of the time.
Yeah.
But thanks for the question.
Thank you, Giovanni.
Thank you, Giovanni.
Vanny.
The next one comes from my boy Draymond. What up, Draymond? He says,
What up,
"Thanks,
dude?
boys, for another fantastic podcast. I love." Oh, my bad, guys. This isn't even a question. This is just something I threw in here. A little satisfaction. He says, "Thanks,
What?
boys, for another fantastic podcast. I look forward to these so much. I like to listen as I drive around for work. Always makes me smile and laugh. Thanks again."
Yo,
So
dude.
that snuck in there. Appreciate that.
That's not a
Draymond.
question, though.
I know, but still.
Do you, right?
Okay,
Thank you,
well,
dude.
Thank you so much,
Thank
dude.
you, Draymond.
Be careful out there on the road, huh?
Yeah. Drive safe.
Careful
drive
out there.
safe.
Careful
Drive
out
safe.
there, young man.
Okay, so the next official question comes from my boy Aaron Frannick.
Aaron.
He says, "I got a question. You boys always have such an amazing energy on stream. How do you keep it up? Ever have days when you're just not in the mood to stream, besides emergency situations? I know the entire community and the overall positive vibes that got me through many tough times. Does that hold true with you guys? Anyways, live all your shit, boys. Honestly, my favorite content and people on the internet."
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing, dude.
Wow.
Thank you so much, man.
Aaron, thank you, dude.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good question. Great question.
How do you keep it up, Pops? How do
Well,
you keep it up?
I think
Rub it.
you nailed and you hit it. That's
Lube?
Rub it.
a quick jack off before stream goes a long way.
Yeah, really helps.
But that makes it go away. How do you keep it up?
Jack off during stream.
Wow. Well, there it is.
Little rub under the table.
But I think you nailed it though. It's like when the camera's on and the people are, memeing it up and having a good time, it's like it's like you almost
It's contagious.
it's contagious.
Yeah.
I could be having the worst day, emergency situations included, and the second the go live is on, I'm a different person because
Yeah.
the energy is different. My state of mind is different. It's like almost all that stuff is gone
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
it's-
those 3-4 hours.
It's a big true. I mean, we're human, so obviously we're gonna have days, we're upset about something or just a rough day overall, and we don't feel like turning on the camera. But it's like Pop says, the second you get like in this environment, and even if you're in a bad mood, being around these guys and joking, it's like you'll forget about that shit instantly, and you'll just want to join in on the fun. So it really helps us out, even when we're having bad days to stream, because it's just keeping your mind positive and chat showing you love and stuff like that.
Also,
it really just helps.
We're lucky too that I'm sitting next to you, you're sitting next to him. Like a lot of solo streamers don't have that. They're
Yeah.
just really
Yeah.
in a room by themselves talking to a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're having a conversation like friends, and people are just listening to it, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's totally true.
It's hard to stay mad if you're streaming with us.
Yeah. Let's see. Not in the mood to stream. Yeah, like you said, it's kind of like. Again, it's just on my mind because I was watching the Kobe podcast thing that he did. But he was like, a lot of these guys would show up to practice. And it's like he would say, like, it doesn't matter that you had a bad day or you got in a fight with your wife or your attorney did something or you didn't sleep. We're here to do a job. I think we all put that on ourselves. I feel like we all kind of show up, and then if we got something, you can tell we all kind of put it away, and we come here and we have fun. And that's like what this is.
Yeah.
Because like literally that's the job, is to just come here and have fun and laugh and
Yeah.
find humor in things.
Mhm.
So that keeps it fresh. I think we have a really cool schedule too, where me personally, like I like having ADD almost with projects, like a little bit of an art project, a little bit of an editing project, a little bit of a this, a little bit of that. Then we're live, and then that's it. And switching it
Work-life
up,
balance.
yeah, switching it up, having the right balance is really key. And that is, everybody's different when it comes to the balance thing. I've been looking for that for years because working
Yeah.
from home,
Yeah,
that's
tough.
number one. It's like, okay, you're at home, you're trapped in this place. How do you not go insane? What do you do? Like going to the gym, it's been huge. A lot of people, probably go for physical results. I just go for my fucking brain, dude.
Yeah.
It gets my brain in a mood to just fucking goof and laugh and feel good.
That would be my one of the. I mean, first advice would be speak to a professional. But if you're having like problems with your mood, working out will go a long way.
Oh, yeah.
Let me
For
see.
sure.
Times you're not in the mood. I don't know. It's really something genuinely just look forward to. It's just as you say, Aaron. This is for you. You said it's overall positive vibes that have gotten through many tough times. This has gotten me through many tough times.
True.
Yeah.
Being here to hang out and laugh with people and play some funny ass game and just laugh at it is just as much an escape for us as it is for everybody watching. So yeah, it does hold true with me as well. Yeah, I don't know. The days where you're not in the mood.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
we've never really been ones to shy away from like being honest too. If there's days where we're just like, yo, I just am not in the mood to stream, we just won't. Like, there's been some days where, you know, maybe hypothetically Pops has just had a really rough day. He's like, hey guys, I'm just not going to show up today. I got stuff I got to handle. This, we're like, totally fine. We understand, because like we said, the audience can pick up on, you know, if you're being genuine or not.
Yeah.
So we want it to be a good stream regardless. So we're like, yo man, just sit it out. No problem. We'll see you tomorrow. Like,
Probably
Yeah, we
just
have enough. We have a roster, so
Yeah.
Probably
can
just the same
substitute.
as a regular job, right?
Yeah.
If you had a regular job and you were just something horrible happened to you, you probably wouldn't go. You'd probably
Yeah.
call in sick, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have that, but keep the energy up. A lot of coffee.
A lot of coffee.
Gamer
a lot of
feel.
yeah, gamer fuel.
The gamer fuel, I try to like wean off of it a little bit, a little little half use of it, because I notice sometimes if I'll chug a whole one, I don't know how people like Louis can do it. I don't know how you guys handle it, but like the next day, I notice I start to feel
Groggy.
a little like my brain's rotting a little bit. Whereas
Really?
if I do coffee, that just goes out the back end and I'm good to go, son.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll use
Thing is
energy
to-
drinks sometimes, especially if I know it's like VR. I'll have like half an energy drink before. That's probably not best for my body.
I know my mood is shittier
But-
if I'm eating shit food.
Yeah, just being healthy is a huge one. But
Yeah, it's crazy.
coffee,
How big?
coffee's been good for me.
Yeah.
Goes out the back, like I said. One sip, boom.
Yes,
But-
as somebody who used to eat a lot of fast food, you guys are right though. Eating healthy makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
it really does.
This is all stuff that makes you more positive, and that just makes you more creative and inclined to laugh at shit when you're in a good state of mind.
Very true.
Focusing on that first and foremost, it's like the number one thing. I think with this job, more than anything, and I would say that to any streamer, like your mood has to be good. This job requires that you're in a good mood.
Yeah.
So how do you cultivate your life to be always leaning towards good, positive than negative mood?
Just be happy.
Yeah, just be happy for
Just
it.
be happy.
But yeah, working out, eating right, and caffeine for me, and just
Yes.
making sure you're working on things that excite you. You know, it's we're very lucky we get to do what we want to do, but that just means setting up challenges that we look forward to,
Yep.
fun challenges.
No fat.
Dude.
No fap November.
And if none of
ahead.
that works, if all else fails, I just go and pet Dee Dee. She
Hookers.
always gets me.
Hookers and blow.
You know what? Dee Dee legit is a source of joy in my life.
Yes.
And that is no joke.
No meme.
It's hard to be upset when she has that big teddy bear face poking through the door when you open it for the first time.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. The dog helps a lot, but yeah, thank you,
And she's
Aaron.
always so excited to see me. I'm like, somebody is.
Someone
Thank
loves me.
God.
Thank
Somebody
God.
cares. Oh, Dee Dee.
Yeah, dude. Day to day, that's how it is. I always love that joke. Lock your wife in the garage, and the next day lock your dog in the garage, and see who's happy to come when you come back to get him. Is their wife going to be happy, or is the dog?
Yeah.
Dog's just always going to be happy, and even if you were the one who locked him up, you're like, oh my God, you're back. Can we have fun again?
Yep.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you, Aaron.
Do we have
Thank you,
another
Aaron.
Another Aaron.
Another Aaron.
Another Aaron. Okay.
If you could design your own fighting game, what would your character roster be? I always thought the Mortal Kombat version of us would be cool.
I thought
the
so,
old
too.
school full cutouts of us would be really dope.
If it could be like all of us and all of our GTA RP characters and all of our old school Skype call meme characters,
Like Stream Buddies.
that would be a full Stream Buddies
Me
too. If we
versus
get
Milton.
Classy and Milton,
Dee Dee's in there.
that would be a
Knocking his
full
block off.
roster.
That'd be what I would do. I would do that because it would be funny as fuck.
I always wanted to look into that too because I remember like making Mugen characters is not that difficult. We have a green screen now. Like
Yeah.
we could make the poses. Like I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be too difficult. So if
If
anybody
we-
knows how to code,
Just take the
holler at your boy.
take the character profiles off of the Jackie Chan fighter and just put ours in there.
Yeah.
That would be so dope.
Just have to take all those photos, but that's it.
It didn't look like they had that many
slowly
photos
slap
in
'em
that
in.
game.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
A
Like,
few
that's-
moves and you're
That's
done.
what I'm saying is I think it's like actually doable. Like I think we could.
You just get one who's like,
How? Yeah. What would you? Is that we all agree?
I
think
I
that's
would
the game.
absolutely love
Yeah.
that. A Mortal Kombat, like early Mortal Kombat, not like the
Yes.
new stuff.
MK3
Yeah,
style.
yeah.
Yeah, with our actual pictures as a sprite work and everything.
Thank you, Aaron's.
Appreciate you, Aaron's.
Pops, what outer space say?
Outer Space, what was your boy's childhood game that blew your Applehead mind? Mine was Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, I'd say
I've
okay.
never played a game like that in my entire life, and when I played something like that, I'm like, I'm playing a movie. I'm playing the most badass secret agent that's going to take over this, giant nuclear monster.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And there was a narrative.
Yeah.
Because every other game before that was like Mario and, Sonic.
Go
right.
right. Yeah, run to the right.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, that's fun.
MGS was fucking crazy. That and like Jack and Daxter, probably like my main
Really?
biggest ones, like Crash Bandicoot, like that era.
And then when I sunk my teeth into Final Fantasy VII, I was like, holy shit, there's so much in this game.
The
future's
gonna be crazy.
I don't know what future games are. And that's why I wanted a remaster for so long. It's like, if they have the money and the technology now, could they make that?
to do what you imagined?
Yeah.
Those little block people were.
I'm trying to think of mine. I think for me it was Super Smash Bros. Because like that
The OG.
the OG, the very first one, because it was like right around the time I had just beaten Super Mario 64. I had just played Yoshi's Island. I think I had Star Fox, and it was like beating all these games individually, and then a game comes by where they just add all these characters in the same game. I remember just as a little kid, I was like, this has never been done.
Yeah.
To my knowledge. So I was like, holy shit, I can
Yeah.
fight Mario as Yoshi. I can fight Link as Fox. What the fuck?
In the commercials, they're all fighting
In the
each
commercial,
other.
yeah.
Imagine me,
Dude, so good, man.
Oh, dude, I remember that shit
Simpler
to
times.
this day.
And they were
Just-
like kicking each other's ass.
they were beating the shit out of each other. I remember that commercial
they would-
so vividly.
They would not do that today, man.
Yeah,
They know the
no.
balls, but yeah, that shit. Mario 64 too. I had to put that up there.
Ah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
just
yeah.
over and over. We would do a new save file, try to get 120 stars. New save file, try to get 120 stars.
When someone,
Over and over.
When someone told me that 70 stars was not the ending of
my
Mario
God, our minds
64,
were
I was
blown.
like, I got to get all 120 stars
Yeah.
now?
Oh, do you guys remember when there was like the rumor going around that you could play as Luigi in Super Mario 64 and like
Yeah.
how big a deal that was? Because it wasn't like there was no like real source of internet back then, so it was just word of mouth kind of thing. So when I found out that you couldn't do that, I was like super disappointed. But then I found out they put Luigi in Smash Bros. I was like, this is what it would be like.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm playing as Luigi. It's like Super Mario 64.
And he's a different character.
Yeah, and he
He's
had-
not just Mario palette swap.
Yeah.
New moves.
So yeah, just everything about the original Smash Bros. Just blew my little apple-headed mind.
There's something I was talking about with Jeff not too long ago. They stopped doing cheat codes for games.
Yeah.
And they just don't do that anymore, huh?
Nope.
That was like the most
Actually,
fun thing
yeah.
to do was to like boot up your game after you'd beaten it a million times and go, I'm gonna fuck around with some codes.
That's
Do you
a
wanna
good
know
point.
Do you want to know what killed codes? DLC.
Actually,
Second
yeah.
DLC started becoming a thing, codes were out.
Yeah, because I mean, cheat codes were just the cheap way of adding a little replayability to your game, right?
Big
Yep.
head mode,
Yeah.
invincibility.
But now I can
unlimited
charge
bullets.
you to extend
Oh.
that play.
Yeah, true.
Gotta just mod it yourself. But
Damn
they
shame.
got-
Is
Space.
DLC the beginning of the decline of modern gaming?
I don't know.
I
Probably.
think it played a part, man.
I don't see how it could be. There's some people phone it in, and it's like, why wasn't that just in the core game? You know,
Mm-hmm.
just trying to make a deadline or make a few extra bucks. Probably. It's when it became a money thing, right?
Yeah. There's good and bad to it though, because I like that a game that is considered old now could still be getting fresh content thanks to DLC.
Witcher's a good example of
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
But I like EA's a great example of just fucking shitting all over your game
Dude,
and then
just milking it.
just get the release date out and then we'll just patch it with a DLC once
Yeah.
Yeah.
once they've already bought the
I was
game.
gonna say, could you imagine movies getting into like DLC?
Oh my god.
I mean, they do that with bonus features on DVDs, but imagine they just sell like a $5 extra scene that added to the story.
Imagine watching Star Wars and then like they get to the Sith planet and then they go, "See you in fall for a DLC price of $15." You'd be like,
Dude,
wow.
I would not
dude.
doubt it if they added on Disney Plus like side story scenes, like the bonus DVD feature stuff.
Yeah.
And then you pay for it, right, by getting Disney Plus.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Disney
either.
Plus Plus.
That's
Plus.
that seems like a thing they'd actually do.
Plus minus.
I would not be surprised.
And you should never pre-order a game because the second you pre-order a game, it puts money into the publisher's pocket, and then they don't have to
Work hard.
work harder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that you'll never stop
But
that.
the limited special edition
I don't get the
collector's
golden hat. The
item.
golden hat. Shut up.
The golden helmet I can't fit on my head.
Well, you have to buy it when the DLC comes out.
Oh, the actual helmet. I love that. You play in the
Yeah.
games like, oh, this is so cool, dude.
Dude, like, yeah, when they released like the Master Chief special edition version or whatever the fuck, and people trying to wear that shit while they're playing Halo, that shit is so funny to me.
Thank you, Outer Space. I think
Appreciate
Donger,
it,
you got
man.
Bryce.
Bryce, my boy, says, even though 2020 has started out rough, what are you guys most excited for this year and this decade?
Oh, this year. What's coming out this year? What's happening this year?
A lot of games coming out this year that we're looking forward to.
Most anticipated games.
Games.
It was yes.
How about that presidential election, huh, boys? That's gonna be a good one. Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Other than the games that we're looking forward to,
I'd say Final Fantasy VII Remakes, big one. Last of Us 2 is huge. Huge one. Half-Life VR, probably my number one. That's going to be fucking insane, dude. RE3 Remake, dude, there's so many things.
but
Where
then
do you start?
He said, "What are you guys most excited for in the decade as well?"
The decade.
This
though.
decade?
Until 2030. I'm looking forward to all the spaceships and the holograms that they're gonna be working on in the next couple years.
Shit, dude.
I'm looking
this
forward to-
decade?
I'm looking forward to us evacuating to Mars because the coronavirus is gonna be taking over.
Yeah, we'll have
what
to
else?
change the way we live.
Yeah.
Everybody will be in a bubble. We won't drive cars. We will drive bubbles.
What else are we looking forward to?
This year, I mean, other than like movies and games, like there's always that shit. Like, I don't know. Like I have personal goals and things like
Yeah,
that, but I
I
don't know
mean,
anything like.
A couple personal goals. I mean, that like you were saying, I don't really want to get into them on the podcast, but just a lot of goals we're trying to get. You know, obviously better the business, get the numbers for the stream and stuff up, things like that.
Yeah, have more fun, do more dope shit. We got cool projects this year. We kind of only look at things within a year's time. I don't really. I mean, it's cool to
Yeah,
have goals
yeah.
for 5 years, 10 years, or whatever. But I always find that shit always a month goes by, and you're like, never mind. I want to be a zookeeper.
Well, let me make Bryce's question a little bit more juicy for you guys. Imagine VR in 10 years.
Yes, that's what I'm excited for. You got me there, dude. I want more VR, and I
VR.
think we have the perfect platform to showcase VR. So our VR streams are always lit AF.
I have something else to add.
I am looking forward to the traveling that we're going to be doing. I want to try to do more traveling vlogs because anytime Justin goes to has a vacation, does that shit, he always makes it
Didn't
really,
do it this
really
time.
well done.
Didn't
Not
do it,
this time.
Didn't
but
do it this time mostly just because Jeff and
was a
his
couple
girl
for
showed
sure.
up, and I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be that guy. It's like, hold
Yeah.
on, can you guys stand a little bit more closer so I can do this for me? Although I'm thinking back, I'm like, damn, it was cool. I should have, but I'm like, I didn't do it that
it's
time.
understandable.
It is
It was
fun.
a
But
weekend.
It
the
does. It does
times-
add a little sense of like work. You know what I mean?
yeah.
When you're like, I'm supposed to be here to experience and have fun, but
Yeah, but the times that you did do that, they got a great response, and it just made us realize that how much the people like when we do post stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
So it makes me want to just, okay, well, let's try it again.
yeah, I will go back and I will film it next time
Mhm.
because I think I will be back to Portland. It was really fun. I'd love to go back.
Yeah, travel is probably a big one for me too. Yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be really cool.
See more. I need. That was the number one thing I got from seeing Portland. I was like, I gotta see more places. This is
Right.
Yeah.
This one is up there, like with my. I mean, I've only been to the ones that I really looked forward to. Like Boston's dope, Seattle's dope, Portland's super dope. Those are like my top three, man. Those are sick
Yeah.
places.
Yeah,
for
I just
real.
want to travel more so I can get more culture and things that
Mhm.
kind of give me anecdotes to kind of like when we're having a podcast, we have
Exactly.
cool, interesting things to talk about.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly, Bryce.
Thank you, Bryce. You the man.
Last one.
Thanks for being a part of the Patreon. Lenny Pep
Yeah.
coming in with that high shit. You guys ever heard of Derek Savage? If not, his Cool Cat character, as well as an attempt at a 420 awards, are a gold mine.
So I believe you're talking about the guy who has a movie called Cool Cat, and Cool Cat is a very cringy movie, and he doesn't take kindly to people reviewing his movie negatively.
Uh-oh. He's one of those kind that
Yeah.
don't take kindly.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like he thinks too highly of himself for what he does.
Dude, look at this guy.
Wow.
We'll show a picture for the video podcast.
Don't make fun of my cool cat.
So we're showing off Cool Cat, who is literally just a furry wearing gym shorts.
Sure.
That's cool.
In a dated kitchen.
Dude, look at oh man. You guys can't see, but he's got the New Balance Dad 7s on
They're so chunky.
with the boot cut faded wash jeans.
Honestly, yeah. If he wore some regular ass jeans, he'd be like, "Damn, nice kick."
Yeah.
But it's like the Wranglers just make them like, oh, dad shoes.
He looks like everyone's neighbor's dad.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it would be very 420, but I don't know, man. I've heard horror stories about this guy.
Yeah, the only thing I've seen now that I see a picture of him, I think it was the guy who does either I Hate Everything or Your Movie Sucks.
I Hate Everything.
Yeah, he like reviewed it and made fun of it, and this guy like
Oh.
tried to sue him, tried to go after him, kind of got really mad, like, how dare you critique my work? I will charge you $5 billion, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's one of those guys, like a Tommy Wiseau gone wrong.
Gone wrong.
Instead of embracing the meme is the key part of being one of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't embrace the meme, you get fucked hard.
Yeah.
You
Just
just
be-
fuck yourself.
Just be like Neil Breen. Just be a weird guy, and you have to go to his website to get his movie.
Yes.
Just be that.
More like him. Be more like Tommy Wiseau. Dude,
Don't
most
be
people
like-
would kill to be Tommy Wiseau. These
Yeah.
weird guys would get killed. Like he does. He still fucking tours his movie.
Oh, hi, Cool Cat.
People
Yeah.
want to take a photo with him. Like no one wants to take a photo with this guy.
Don't be like Derek
I'm
Savage.
assuming he's fucking that Cool Cat.
I don't know.
I think he's got a hand on that tail and he's yanking.
I think they're about to just have a seat and make some hamburger helper in that kitchen and have a good hangout. That's what it looks like to me. And he's got that cool jacket.
Yeah,
Maybe
the
they'll
leather,
hop on a bike, hang out.
the Fonzie jacket to remind you that he's still cool. He's
Very-
still a cool cat.
A very thin leather belt in there, I can see. Very thin.
Very thin.
Are furries ever going to be cool?
You're pro.
No, and I wish.
You tell me, Pop.
I'm not already?
What do you think of this orange cat?
What about my shirt that says Cool Cat on it?
It's written on my chest.
Read it and weep, idiot.
Loser.
Oh man.
I don't know about that one, Pops.
I'm
Will
not
they
touching that one
ever
with a
be cool?
6-inch pole.
Something for everyone to ponder the end of this podcast. Will they ever be
And Lenny
cool?
Peppers, thank you for the gifts on the holiday or the birthday stream, man.
Thank you very
Much
much,
love,
dude.
Lenny Pep.
My guy, Lenny Pep.
Much love to all the patrons. Thank you guys for
Yes.
listening.
Thank you guys very much for being a part of this Jaboody experience.
And if you have questions, please post it in the blog posted on this video, and we'll answer it on the next podcast.
That's right. Otherwise, you get slapped.
Appreciate each and every one of you. You guys make the dream possible. We're living it because of you.
Big
we
Patreon update coming, boys.
We're going to keep you laughing. We're going to keep you having a good time.
Yeah.
It's 2020, y'all. Whip those nuts out, and we're going to grab them. And we're going to stretch them nuts. We're going to stretch them nuts.
Victory
And-
screech in honor of Shakira.
We will see you next time.
Bye, everybody. My hips don't lie.
Bye. My hips don't lie. I'm sorry, faded by.
By the Patreon.
Barito. Barito. Barito.